What is up, everyone? This is Morpheus, or Dark Morpheus, more specifically, and I am back after my long hiatus. My apologies to everybody, but my hard drive did crash on my computer, and that is why I have not been making content. Been struggling to try to recover some of that data because a lot of projects were on there. Fortunately, I was unable to, so we're kind of starting from scratch, but I simply could not continue to go without putting out anything for everybody, and I will continue to put things out in any format I can just to make sure that I got content going, because that's what my subscribers deserve. So I wanted to go on a journey with you guys and try to make this as interactive as possible without it being a live stream. I will be checking the comments on certain decisions that will be made along the way. This is the remastered version of the Mass Effect trilogy, known as the Legendary Edition. So we will be going as far as you guys want to go. Oh, excuse me. So if these videos do, let's say, 100 views a piece as they start going, I will continue until we get to the very end of the third game, and I will include the DLC if that is what you guys like as well. So let's get started right away.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
Welcome.
Classified information requested.
Okay.
Establishing secure connection.
This looks different than it used to look,
Confirmed.
which is cool. Okay, so obviously we're not going to be John or Jane. This model, by the way, is the decided upon model that fans voted on, and didn't used to look like this on the original game. This is the Jane Shepard that was voted on across the board. We'll be going personal, so we'll go ahead and enter new ID. Custom mail. And what is our name? Oops. Morpheus. And there we are.
Log in to access your profile.
Let's do it.
Warning. Data corruption detected.
Oh,
Please
no.
reconstruct profile.
Alright, so here we go.
Confirm pre-service history.
So, are we going to be a spacer where both of our parents were in the Alliance military? Childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, we enlisted at a young age of 18. So are we a spacer? Are we a spacer, or are we going to be something else? Let's see. Colonist. You were born and raised on Mendior, small border colony in the Attican Traverse, where when you were 16, slavers raided Mendior, slaughtering your family and friends. That's no good. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol. You enlisted with the military a few years later. So, are we going to be a colonist? Orphan colonist? Or are we Earthborn? Are we orphans raised on the streets of the great megatropolises, covering the earth? Did we escape the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when we turned 18? Are we Earthborn? Let's see, are we a spacer? So military brat? A orphan? Or a tough and tumble kid who lived on the streets and made it? I want to roll with tough and tumble.
Confirm
Earthborn.
psychological profile.
Now, how's our mind work? Are we a sole survivor? During our service, a mission we were on went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme survival situation, we had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most folks. You survived, all those around us fell, And now we alone are left to tell the tale. So are we a soul survivor? Soul survivor? Or are we something else? Are we a war hero? Early in our military career, we found ourselves facing an overwhelming enemy force. We risked our own lives to save our fellow soldiers and defeat the enemies despite the impossible odds. Our bravery and heroism have earned us medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. Are we a war hero? War hero? Or are we ruthless? Throughout our military career, we've held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. We've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Our reputation for ruthless efficiency makes our fellow soldiers wary of us. But when failure is not an option, the military always goes to us first. Are we ruthless? Ruthless. Are we ruthless? Definitely not, admittedly. Are we a hero? Or are we somebody who's good at surviving? Let's see. What do you guys think? I think that we are a hero. Because you guys are heroes to me, because you're still here, and I appreciate that. So, we'll be a war hero.
Military specialization.
Now, admittedly, I've played one of these classes to death. I'm going to go through each of them, and let's see what we'll do. We'll do something different this time. So, soldiers, they are combat specialists, ideal for front lines of a firefight. Soldiers have improved health, can specialize in the use of all weapon types, start with the ability to wear medium armor, and can train in the use of heavy armors. Engineers are technical specialists. They use the holographic Omni tool. They can decrypt security systems, repair or modify technical equipment, disrupt enemy weapons or shields, and heal their squad. Engineers can only wear light armor, and they specialize in pistols. Adept, which is a class I have played to death. Adepts are biotic specialists. Through upgradable implants, they can use biotic powers to lift or throw objects, shield the squad, and disable or destroy enemies. Adepts can only wear light armor. They specialize in pistols. And they are amazing. But we won't do that this time because I want to do something different. Infiltrator. Infiltrators combine combat and tech abilities to specialize in killing or disabling enemies at long range. Infiltrators are trained to use Omni tools, focus on decryption and offensive abilities rather than healing. They can specialize in pistols or sniper rifles, and they wear medium armor. Sentinels. They combine biotic and tech abilities. Typically, they use biotic abilities and advanced healing skills to defend allies, though they can also disrupt opponents with biotic or tech attacks. Typically, they use biotic abilities and advanced healing skills to defend allies, though they can also disrupt opponents with biotic or tech attacks. They are more efficient at tech abilities. Sentinels combine biotic and tech abilities. Typically, they use biotic abilities and advanced healing skills to defend allies, though they can also disrupt opponents with biotic or tech attacks. They're more efficient at taking biotics than other classes, but at the same expensive combat. Sentinels can only wear light armor and receive no specialized weapon training. Lastly, Vanguards are biotic warriors. They combine biotics and weapons to take down opponents, and they're especially deadly at short range. They specialize in pistols and shotguns and wear medium armor. So, are we a soldier, an engineer, an adept, an infiltrator, a sentinel, or a vanguard? I don't know. I'm leaning, so trying to stay away from adept because I do it to death. Let's go one step under it. Let's see. We'll be an infiltrator with our sniper rifle, medium armor, and some tech abilities. So we will infiltrate. We got some abilities to start with because, like I said, I've played this game to death, so I get bonuses to start. Lift is just that. You lift opponents off the ground and keep them in the air. Throw is basically like force push from Star Wars. You knock people down. Warp damages barriers and shields, causes damage over time, and it hits like a brick when it wants to. Singularity is one of my favorite abilities. You shoot it out and it makes essentially a small little black hole. People float around it. It's pretty cool. Barriers, just that, puts a barrier around you. Stasis freezes stuff in place, but it cannot be damaged while it is frozen. Shotguns specialize in shotguns, and assault rifles specialize in assault rifles. And that is what we're going to do.
Confirm facial identification.
So let's try to make our face. And once we do that, we'll try to close this out. And next episode, we'll get right into the story. So let's go ahead and change appearance. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, I am of African American descent. I love this face to start, so we'll go ahead and use that. And just go ahead and put some melanin on the brother. Alright. Yeah, that's good. Alright, complexion's fine, facial structure's fine. Let's mess with our hair a little bit. I wonder if they got a bald head, because that would be cool. Not that kind of bald though. That's that receding hairline. That's no bueno. Yeah, there we go. Sorta. I don't know. We'll see. Right? What do we got? Got some braids here. Uh-oh. Not the drip. He drippy. Oh, look at that. We got a little bit of a design on that side. Okay. But I think we will keep it military, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that simple military cut going. Same with the beard. Let's see. What do we got? Oh yeah, scruff. We'll scruff it up because right now, guys, I hate to admit, I'm looking kind of scruffy in real life myself. So we'll mirror that in the playthrough, right? Darken that up. Oh yeah, that's a tough guy right there. And I don't have any facial scars in real life, but let's just say we do, right? Oh, that's the cliche scar right there, isn't it? All action heroes have that. Let's see. Let's just give it something simpler. Yikes, these are really aggressive scars, aren't they? What do you guys think? No, we'll be pretty. Let's just say we're a good soldier. We're good enough that we ain't getting any scars, alright? So here we are. Oh, one more thing. Let's stand out a little bit. Let's change the eye color. Let's just say, I'm not gonna go too crazy, but it's the future. You know, my eyes aren't this color in real life, obviously, but we want to give him some character, right? So we'll go with that, and let's get right to it. So I say this is a good place to start, ladies and gentlemen. Next episode, we'll go ahead and get right into gameplay, and we'll start our first mission. I'm happy to be back, and I'm not going anywhere. So, to everybody who's still around, thank you tremendously for sticking with me. I will continue to put content out as frequently as possible. The role plays will be coming back, I promise. I will try to continue to drop those on Wednesdays like I used to. If not, I'll just make sure I drop them weekly when I can. So, once again, thank you guys. I love you all. Morpheus out.